Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today, April 23rd, Thursday, a little bit cloudier here in Bismarck. I hope that wherever you are, it's better weather than it was in January. So enjoying it and getting outside and staying healthy. I'm going to start today with some very exciting news. This afternoon, the U.S. Department of Ed held a meeting with the states where we continue to work on the LEA process and the LEA certification and agreements. So that meeting today was concerning the CARES relief funding. We are transitioning our identification of what we have formerly been calling the CARES Act relief funding to be more specific, and are now identifying those funds as the Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief Fund. So again, when the department had formerly been talking about the CARES Act relief funding, we are now transitioning to what the official name has become from the U.S. Department of Ed, and it is the Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief Fund. So ESSA Fund is what we will be calling this. This is not to be confused with the portion of the CARES Act package that came from Congress that went to our governor for higher ed and K-12. That fund is called the GEAR funding, and the funding that was completely dedicated to K-12 education is the ESSA fund. So again, governor package, GEAR fund for education, and the K-12 package is the ESSA fund for education. So today, the state certification and agreement package to apply for funding under ESSA was disseminated to all state agencies, including North Dakota. I participated in 2 webinars regarding the release of this information, and DPI is working on our application as we speak. We intend to submit our application and certification to the Department of Ed today, yet this afternoon, or early tomorrow morning. My team is also hard at work on the LEA certification and agreement that we will be sending out to you. We intend to release this information to our North Dakota school districts next week. Information regarding a team's training will also be forthcoming. So be looking for a letter from me to school superintendents, school business managers, and school board presidents, local school board presidents. You are all making the important decisions daily to keep your students, families, and teachers safe, all while tackling the many challenges brought forth by COVID-19. I can't thank you all enough for your leadership during this pandemic. The department will be releasing final allocations, guidance, and a quick, easy process to apply for these funds so that you can address the needs in your communities. So again, be looking in your inboxes for a letter from me, and Jamie has also updated the estimated allocations on our website already this afternoon. So again, big news today. DPI received the funding for ESSA, the package to apply for funding under ESSA, to our state agency. We will submit our application either later today or early tomorrow morning. Team continues to work hard on the certification and agreement package, and we will release this information to our North Dakota school districts next week. And information regarding a team's training will be very soon and forthcoming. Thank you so much to our DPI team who have worked hard to be prepared for this, and as they continue their hard work to get it out to you as local school districts. Thank you to our local school district leaders for your patience as we waited for this guidance from the U.S. Department of Ed. Very eager to get it out to you so you can continue your good work. Child nutrition. U.S. Department of Agriculture did issue several new waivers for food service operations during COVID-19 school closures. The meal pattern waiver, which allows the Child Nutrition Office to approve on a case-by-case basis programs to receive reimbursement for meals that don't meet all menu requirements, is specific. If specific food items are not available when product supply is low or unavailable, has been now extended to May 31, 2020. A new waiver allows program operators to implement office versus serve, which allows school children to decline 1 food item at breakfast and up to 2 items at lunch. The offer versus serve is designed for congregate feeding, and if used in a non-congregate setting, must be done so with thoughtful planning and consideration. Offer versus service is not intended to be a way to circumvent meal padding requirements or eliminate specific components. Program operators must notify the Child Nutrition Office if they intend to implement office versus serve, and they can do this by emailing us at DPI, Child Nutrition Food Department at nd.gov. Family engagement, another priority of ours. Core team met with Tabitha Teal from EduTech today. Tabitha and her team have offered supports for families in creating user-friendly tutorials for the use of digital platforms such as Microsoft Teams. EduTech reminded our family engagement core team that all K-12 students and staff have access to Microsoft Teams. All North Dakota public school students and all North Dakota public school staff members have access to that platform of Microsoft Teams, and their credentials and emails can be used to connect multiple devices to obtain the Microsoft Teams package. So those of you that might still be contemplating which platform to use, Google Meetup, Google Classrooms, Schoology are some that our school districts have already been investing in, but those of you that are still looking for that platform, please remember that our 2019 legislature provided funding and is providing the access to Microsoft Teams package to all K-12 students and all K-12 staff. EduTech will be creating a demo to present to the Family Engagement Core Team, which will focus on citizen-focused trainings in the area of technology. These trainings are aimed at families who may be experiencing loss of income, and many trainings would be offered at low cost and could result in certification for future employment. So stay tuned on that. The family engagement resources have been added to our website as tools for a variety of topics relating to families. And the Family Engagement Alliance team has been finalized, and a tentative meeting is scheduled for next week. I will have a meeting with my family cabinet on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. I completed a student cabinet meeting this afternoon at noon with my student cabinet members, and they were providing great insight. Many of our school districts have already made the determination about what to do with high school graduation and or prom, and with that determination made by local school boards and school leaders and community members, there was a sense of certainty and calmness that was present in our students today versus the uncertainty. I will have a meeting tomorrow with the State Teachers of the Year association. A State Teacher of the Year chapter has been formed in North Dakota, led by our former Teachers of the Year, and I'm very excited to begin to hear their insight and experience their guidance and advice from those State Teachers of the Year beginning tomorrow afternoon. Very excited about that. And a huge shout out to those leaders of the State Teacher of the Year Association to not only stand that chapter up in the last year and a half, but to provide me and allow me to spend some time with you to get some insight from that teacher's perspective. I look forward to an ongoing conversation with all of you, both not only regarding the COVID situation that we're in, but an ongoing relationship as we move through the next several years of making sure that public education and our students and families and leaders are receiving all that they can from K-12. Yesterday, Lucy Fredericks, the Indian Multicultural Education Director, participated in a national briefing call for tribal leaders. They discussed the guidelines for opening up America. A major concern was the USDA Coronavirus Food Assistance Program, and this week there was a focus on COVID testing in our tribal nations. Hundreds of tests were given. An update on that for North Dakota, our North Dakota Team ND has been working with the tribal leaders of the sovereign nations of MHA Nation and Spirit Lake recently to ensure that there have been significant testing increases in those two tribal nation areas. So thank you, Lucy, for that update and for attending that call. The director's call for our special education directors was held yesterday, and there is still a lot of questions on extended school year and what that will look like. There was a parent support and advocacy call today, and there was an announcement of a new grant opportunity for training and information centers and programs we recently learned about. We are researching this to see how it can assist in the field. A little update, there still is no word from Secretary Betsy DeVos on her information that she must be providing to Congress. When the CARES Act was passed in late March, the Congress asked Secretary DeVos to provide information on any additional waiver authority that she might need as it relates to special education, IDEA law, and the rehabilitative services law on the federal level. Several organizations, including state special education directors and local special education directors, have written to Secretary DeVos asking for some ability to waive some things in the current law as we move through this pandemic event. In addition, other parent support groups and advocacy groups have in turn also sent letters to Secretary DeVos stating that there was, in their belief, no need to provide additional waivers during this time to those two areas of law, and we await guidance and information. At this point, DPI has not received any additional information beyond just the fact that those two opinion types of letters have been sent and being received by the U.S. Department of Ed, and we too are awaiting any word or any information from the U.S. Department of Education. So, super exciting news as well. Our resource operations team has informed us that the website will go live tomorrow. So the website that is gathering all the information from numerous resources across the nation for better teaching and learning for our educators, they have been vetted through a process that has been operationalized at the Department of Public Instruction that has served us during this pandemic event and will serve us well into the future, gathering different perspectives and diverse professionals that have been vetting these resources. Some of these resources are suitable to go on the North Dakota OER Commons website. Those of you that aren't familiar with North Dakota OER Commons website, please Google that and see that there is an opportunity for us to share free OER resources. OER stands for Open Educational Resources, in addition to lesson planning and unit planning for your grade level, content, and specific subject area. But if those resources weren't in the format or suitable for the North Dakota OER Commons website, this resource page that will go live tomorrow gathers all of those other vetted resources that will be helpful, we hope, to North Dakota educators. We have worked with multiple agencies and other stakeholders within North Dakota to bring a variety of what were previously segmented and maybe disjointed resource sites to one place for our teachers and educational providers to go. So with that, I want to once again announce that we have extended our North Dakota Teacher of the Year deadline to May 8th. I want to also share that we have an update. We've received 2 more applicants, but it is still representing just 16 counties in our state. Our goal is for me to come out and recognize a Teacher of the Year candidate or Teacher of the Year winner from every one of our 53 counties in North Dakota. It is our desire to have a teacher from each county in North Dakota be recognized as that county's North Dakota Teacher of the Year. The application has been simplified to attract more applicants and streamlined and become more efficient. Please go to North Dakota DPI's website in order to access that application and or call our office if you're having trouble finding it. These are the 16 counties that have a candidate in the running for North Dakota Teacher of the Year. McKenzie, Stark, Montreal, Cass, Foster, Burley, Nelson, Grand Forks, Morton, Stutzman, Richland, Adams, McLean, Ward, and Barnes. If you didn't hear your county name announced there, please seek out someone in your county that you know would be a great candidate to be your county's North Dakota Teacher of the Year candidate and applicant, so we can come out and recognize them. And I hope tomorrow when I provide this update that we'll have more than 16 counties represented. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you all well this afternoon and this evening, and more updates tomorrow. Have a good day.